Hey Collective, we've been making some art. Here's our art table. So kind of a, sparkly black one here. I'm into primordial goddesses, so I'm going to put little goddesses in these. I made this one recently too. This one's really cool. See, what I'm doing is I bought these wooden canvases, and I paint the edges. I use them backwards, paint the edges to use it as a frame, kind of. And I'm going to paste this down in here like the collage style, and then I made this clay primordial goddess. What else? I've been haunting the thrift stores, picking up stuff. I got this wonderful find a couple days ago. It's a whole volume of Dr. Seuss. I'm going to cut some of it up and make collages out of it. I paid $1 for that. Just thought I better make a video before I forget how. I've been getting some downloads. It seems like it's almost like too dangerous to say anything about anything, so why not say some shit, you know? I'll just say some shit today. Why not? Whatever. I don't know. Pearl Snap thinks we're all getting bombarded with Wi-Fi and 5G radiation now. It wasn't long ago, it was this past summer at some point when all the cell phone joints had, stores had deals on get your new 5G phone. They all had deals, and they were passing them out like candy. And I think that was part of what's unfolding now. I haven't been feeling well, and I can tell from some of the stuff I read online that a lot of people aren't. So I do think it's a new phase of the war. They're bombarding everyone with radiation now. And I noticed that a lot of the stories that I hear on the tarot reader channels are the same stories. They're the same stories. Every channel has the same story. Okay? So I think it's kind of like a limited hangout type of deal where they have these people that give these readings that are kind of match what's going on in your life, because the things they talk about are happening to most people. So that way you get validated and you don't come completely unhinged from wondering what's going on. They're willing to tell you some of it, but not all of it. And I don't know if anyone's noticing, but all the stories change at the same time. All of a sudden, they'll all take a turn and they have a new subject, They also play on your vanity. They play on your need to be someone important or a hero. You're a hero, and you'll be testifying in court soon. New laws will be made because of what you went through. Stuff like that, It's hopium. We're getting bombarded with 5G and hopium, in Pearl Snap's opinion. So let me grab my notebook here. I got a few downloads recently. Hang on. I think pretty much everyone's catching on to this. Like we live on a planet that's pretty much been invaded by ETs. They're here and they're running everything, but they've been here for a long time, I think. Long enough to genetically engineer or disengineer, or whatever the word would be, all kinds of new kinds of hybrid ET humans. And, you know, they're running the government now here in the United States and probably everywhere, in most places anyway. And they've been running nearly everything corporate and took over the government, yeah. I think mainly because there was no other way to hide the obscene levels of crime already done, okay? Yet they continue to commit more crimes because they need to cover up the crimes. It's like a vicious circle. It's just more crime to cover up the crime, 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 blah, blah, blah. And then the Hopium media machine keeping this fake narrative going all the time. Fake narratives in your face 24/7, okay? They operate solely to collect wealth. Some of what they harvest here goes off planet to be traded and sold. Yeah, I think so. They're currently out of control in my state. The Child Protection Services in New Mexico here is completely broken. We've had stories in the news the last week about that. They can't cover all the needs with the employees they have, and the ones that they do have are totally stressed out, and the kids are really messed up, and they attack the workers and stuff, and it's almost like it's dangerous to be a Child Protection Services worker here. Meanwhile, we've learned that the cannabis industry is being run by criminals. They use trafficked labor that they trap. There's been a story about this one guy who's actually a Native American. I don't want to say his name, but he's traps people and has them do forced labor, and they don't even get paid. And he already abandoned one grow operation that was huge, that was on native land. And then he went somewhere else and started another one. He hasn't been prosecuted or anything for what he's doing. Yet they know that he was trafficking people. So this is what's going on. Crime is off the hook here in New Mexico. It's just off the hook. The gang stalking on me has died down to a dull roar. They're being real quiet, but they do pop up once in a while. So I don't think much has changed. They're just trying to pretend like they're not doing it anymore or something. But that exists everywhere. If you're someone who's aware and awake, you're gonna get stalked and harassed. You are, and it takes all different kinds of forms. A lot of people who are being stalked and harassed don't know that they are. They don't understand what's going on. And that's how it started out for me too. I didn't understand what was going on, but I knew weird shit was going on. And as the years have gone by, it's morphed into different forms of it, including using military-grade weapons on me, knocking me over with air cannons and hitting me from the air with weapons that make you fall asleep when you're driving. You can do your own research. All those things exist. I've had them all used on me now. I survived it all somehow. I don't know how. I'm the one they really hate. And this is coming up in some of those readings, those limited hangout readings. Why do those people who give those readings that seem to tell the truth about a lot of things, why do they get a channel, but mine's so tightly shadow banned? Now I saw that some member of Congress is trying to go after rumble.com because people are, that isn't so tightly censored. I thought about opening a Rumble channel, but I think it'll just get me gang stalked more, probably. I think they're letting people say whatever they want on Rumble so they can find out who you are, really, and go after you once they know who you are from your Rumble channel. They already know who I am, so... I'm still isolated here. I don't have any friends. I'm pretty sure that someone has run a really extensive slander and campaign against me, because anytime I try to make friends with anyone, the next time I see them, they act like I'm radioactive. Get away from me, you know. So I can't make any friends. Okay, that's what it's like to be a targeted individual. You're going to be kept isolated, resources held back. You won't get your emails, will be censored. You won't get your mail, they'll steal your mail. My mail's been stolen. Absolutely. Okay, here's another download I got. The purpose of much crime is different than what it appears to be. And another one, directed energy weapons. Another, you know, it hit me that could be a description of witchcraft. And one of the things that I found out in my research and from being gang stalked is that these gangs use witchcraft and occult stuff. And gang stalking is it's a form of witchcraft. And it's like directed energy. It's like weaponized energy direction by groups. So if you have a whole group of people, and there was a coven here, I think they're still here where I live, and they were gang stalking me, and I figured out that it was a coven because they would all go into action on the moon magic days wearing their black and white stripe outfits and shit, you know. And they're black and red. I learned I'm a pattern noticer, and I noticed things, and then pretty soon I started researching the days they were doing it on, and it was moon days. This is gang activity, and it's gang stalking, and of course they're gonna gaslight you and tell you there's no such thing as gang stalking. Of course they tell you that. They're smiling in your face. Well, they're smiling in your face. What I can't figure out is these vampire people. They really freak me out. These people that want to get really close to me in stores. It happened again today. I went in the dollar store to buy a couple light bulbs, and this older lady that had a really cute little dog, and later I realized it was just to lure people, younger people with better energy towards her. These people can somehow absorb your energy when you get close. Or something. I don't know. But I got in line to check out there, and she came right up and she stood so close to me that I turned around and looked at her like, yes, do you want something? I didn't say that, but I was like, why did she was just right here, you know? And as many times as I looked at her and took a step away, she kept walking closer to me. She came right up close to me again and again and again. And so there really is something to this occult stuff about energy, I think, you know, like, and now I've begun, when I come home, I'm like, I take back all my energy that I might have lost while I was out there. And I smudge my house and I do all that stuff now. Because these zombie people, these vampire people, they're attracted to me. Excuse me, I gotta get my coffee. My energy must be different than many people around here, because lots of these people want to get next to me, I think, to harvest energy off me. Things are so nightmarish. They really, really are. There's nothing much for me to do other than just try to take care of myself. I cook, you know, and I clean, And I make my art, I showed you. I just recently got kind of fired up to make a new batch of art. And that table was supposed to be for sorting things that I was trying to purge and get rid of, but I got bored with that and decided I felt like making some art. So there you have it. I have other projects I'm working on too that I don't really want to discuss. And they're moving pretty slowly. I lose enthusiasm and I lose faith, I lose hope because of all the damn hopium. And I see through everything and it's depressing. It is. So the only way to kind of transcend that is to stay busy, I guess. And so this morning I made some lentil rice with basmati rice and lentils, and it's really yummy. And then I worked on my art some more, and I changed some light bulbs after I went to the dollar store and checked out with the zombies. Came right back home, like, oh, it's good to be back home again. Isolated in my apartment. I'm much more fortunate than a lot of people. I really am. So your gratitude list is really worth something. I really think it is. I went driving through the park on my way back from the dollar store to see if I could, because it rained here this morning, real early. I was looking for sticks on the ground that I could use in my art. After a big windstorm, sometimes there's some really good broken off branches and sticks in the park. But I got rid of a lot of them not too long ago that I had, and so I need some more. I didn't find any, but I'm seeing more and more homeless people here in my town, Alamogordo. More and more homeless people. And there was an article in our local paper about that just recently, about the uptick in homeless in this area lately. I saw a woman that was probably in her 30s. She was obviously lived in her car. It looked like it was a SUV or maybe a pickup with a camper top on it or something. And she was out there with her dog and she looked really happy. Now that lady looked happy. She was obviously a hippie type, Her hair was in all these braids and she had a hippie bandana on her head, and she was there with her dog and she looked happy. Carefree. And I thought, gee, that really appeals to me, but I'm a little old for that. I'm a little old for it. The snap's about to turn 66. Ooh. So, I feel that it'd be like me against the elements. I don't have what it takes out there. I ain't gonna run. Even though they constantly give me, MK Ultra type prompts to run. I frankly think they'd like to make a movie about it. It would make great dark web content, hunting and chasing somebody like me down out there, maybe killing me or something. We know what they want us for. They want us for our genetic material. That's why they want to remove breasts from young girls and do hormone therapy on kids and stuff. They're experimenting. They want to see if they can make different kind of people. And now I'm seeing these ads on YouTube for this thing called IV therapy, which looks like plasma infusions. So I wonder if the A-chrome thing has gone mainstream, It's just called something else. IV therapy. If you can afford it, you can get that. The world has gone completely mad. It's completely mad out there. And so the only thing to do is just try to stay sane in your quarters. You know, I live alone, and I'm even grateful for that. I'm grateful I don't have an old crotchety alcoholic husband or something to drag me down. I think that's what the powers that be really wanted for me. On that note, we'll throw down a few cards. Stay tuned. Okay, I'll ask the angels to come and help us give a reading about some of the stuff I was just talking about, please. What can you tell the collective about the things that, the messages that I was bringing, that I downloaded, that were being bombarded with 5G from cell towers and that a lot of these YouTube readers are just doing limited hangout reads to kind of to provide a, okay, first card out, Magician. Yeah. I just got this shiny gold plastic deck. It's really slippery, kind of hard to shuffle. But Magician, yeah, that's the people that are doing the trickety trick reads that are designed to make you think things are going to happen, but they never do they? The things that they talk about never happen, do they? No, they don't. It's just hopium. What else about that hopium? What can you tell us? Okay. Whoa. A lot came out here. We've got the Three of Pentacles. It's an operation. It's an operation. Okay. It's some kind of, organized effort, and this card always looks to me like stuff's going on underground. Yeah, see these two people, this guy that with the chisel and the mallet as the tarot card reader, and then those other two guys are in the background are the authorities at the platform who tell them what to say. They dictate the messages. Your ships are coming in. Everything's going to be okay. This is the Hopium card. But do you ever really get off that island? They're spying on you, gang stalking you. They're still gang stalking you, still watching you, still, they're going to tell you there's an investigation going on. But of who? Who's getting investigated? Yeah, probably you and them probably, but mostly you, I think. It's malicious, it's malignant, it's not friendly investigation. It's spying on you, wanting to know what you're up to, listening in on you. I read something on one of the websites about the so-called listening rooms. These are places, public places where they set up, microphones and stuff to eavesdrop on citizens. Could be any place, could be a restaurant, could be a coffee shop, could be your local arts center. It could be your church. Okay, don't doubt that they're probably spying on you from those places. What else? Oh, Four of Wands. Oops. That's the 1111 card. It's the 1111 portal. That's Pearl Snap's birthday. Yes, it is. We'll be 66 on that day, which means we've been through 6 of these damn 11-year cycles. Shit. Damn. Shit, damn. God. Okay, what else? Oh, we've got a title card here. I didn't even know this was in here. It says, what we see in the symbology of tarot derives in large measure from our own intuition, and once revealed, reflects back upon each of us to further enrich our lives. See, she's got the candle. So I'm trying to bring you some insights based on my intuition. I've been getting downloads. I've been having really intense dreams. And this morning I had one that someone broke in my home. And I went down to the basement to where the garage was because I heard a motorcycle starting up down there. And I said, hello? Hello? And they took off. And, you know, in my dream, I had a whole house. I don't live in a house right now, but okay. Anyway, in the dream, I discovered, like right away, I knew that someone was breaking in. They were just breaking into my home. And I discovered a door that I didn't even know about that someone had created down there. And it was just like this makeshift plywood door that you could have broken down by kicking it, you know. And I realized someone was, then I woke up. It was kind of like somebody's invading my dream space. But I kicked him out. I found him down there and I kicked him out. Okay, interesting. Knight of Pentacles. Well, something's coming in. It's taken a long time. Maybe things are dawning on a lot more people. That might be why the wars are escalating everywhere. I thought that Sam the Illusionist had a really interesting video out. Yesterday or the day before about 22 wars right now going on the planet. I totally believe it. It's a really great, interesting video. I recommend it. Shout out to Sam. You're one of my favorite YouTube channels. Speaking of wars, the Five of Wands. See, just chaos. Lots of fighting going on everywhere, and some of it might not even be real. Because remember what AI can do now. It can create anything, any kind of deep fake video, you know, it can do anything, right? And the star, got to cover up the nudity there for YouTube. The star has come out, which is a card of wish fulfillment, but also healing and hope. I talked about hopium, self-care, collective. Maybe you're all alone like this girl in this card, and you're just, the best you can do is to take care of yourself and keep your hopes up. In the movie, The Hunger Games, the evil president, there was a scene, it just came to my mind, where he talked about how hope is the most powerful thing there is. And so yeah, hopium, it can be weaponized. Hope can be weaponized. I just got that download. That's a download. Hope can be weaponized. All right. Let's just go a little deeper here. Oh yeah, let's get this deck. Let's get the good old Somnia deck. I love this one. It's so dark. I always have this song come into my mind. Dun 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 dun. When I use this deck, because it's all, you know, it's all Freemasony all over the place. You know, hey, the snap comes from a family of Masons. I was scapegoated my entire life. They never wanted me to be happy. I was never been allowed to be happy. They sterilized me so I couldn't have children. I wasn't allowed to be married. I was ostracized from social groups, and you know, my whole life's been like that. That's why when I got here to New Mexico and they started stalking and harassing me, I was like, oh, okay, you know, we've been through this before. You know, I knew what it was. I'm like, I'm used to this shit. That doesn't mean I like it, but I knew what it was. I think that's when they start trying to kill you. Okay, why is the magician here, please? Why is the magician here? This deck is really hard to shuffle. We have the Four of Cups. Jeez, look at that Four of Cups card. Doesn't that guy look so burdened? He's carrying around, he's toting around that hopium. Buckets full of hopium. What did I say about this? This trickster bringing a false narrative, bringing the limited hangout. Look that up if you don't know what it means. Okay. Toting those buckets full of rotten hopium, okay? Who's sick of it? Who's sick of the false narratives and the same old story, different day, right? Someone stole your inheritance. Right? You're a generational curse breaker. Really? Oh, too many. Let's just go lay them down on the cards here. Okay, we've got, for the Three of Pentacles, I said it was a group effort. It was an op. Okay, it's an op. Here's the Five of Cups. The objective is to have you take some losses. Right? You've mostly taken losses. You got 2 barrels left. In this card, you've got 3 left, and 2 are knocked over. That's interesting. But you're still all tied up. But look, you're under an umbrella, so this is sort of an ambiguous message here. It's like you're tied up, but you're somehow shielded from the storm. You have some resources left, but what's in those buckets? It might just be more hopium. Same hopium, different day, okay? 3 of Wands, we got the Knight of Swords on that. Sorry about the glare. Something's charging in. Yeah, I said, you know, this is one of the hopium memes. Your ships are coming in, right? It's charging in, but is it? Does it ever get here? Have your ships ever come in yet? No. Okay? What's charging in? Maybe some kind of realization that it's all flipping hopium. Okay. On the Page of Swords, we have Ace of Swords. Yeah, that's the truth. Okay? The scales have fallen from your cynical eyes. We're being bombarded with 5G radiation. You're being gang stalked. It's all hopium. The fucking news is just nothing but lies, right? 9 of Swords. You can't sleep at night because of the radiation hitting you from the towers. You know, they can watch you from the sky. Is it coming from up there? Is that what Starlink is? You know. Ooh, damn. This read's getting ugly. And depressing, probably. Click off if you're depressed. If you can't handle the truth. Click off if you can't handle the truth. Collective. 4 of Wands. Why is the 4 of Wands here? That's, you know, a new foundations card. It's a card of happiness and maybe relocation. I would like to move, but I don't have the resources to, and I don't know where it's safe to move to. I really don't. Okay, we got the star out again. So that's sort of confirmation, because the star is already out here. Hope. Is it hopium or is it legitimate hope? Ooh, God. What is it? Is it real or is it Memorex? Remember that old ad? If you're my age, you might. But it's on the 4 of Wands, so maybe there is hope. Maybe there's good hope out there. Maybe there is really some legitimate hope that something's going to happen to mitigate all this horrible stuff that's going on. You got to the top of the hill, and you did see through the lies. Okay? You had the fortitude to go up to the top of that hill and look. Maybe you looked up at the stars. I just thought of that line from the John Batiste Freedom song. When I look up at the stars, and I know who we truly are, or something like that. Maybe you're a child of the cosmos. Maybe you're a starseed. Maybe you came to help, to do something about all this. Maybe that's why you can see through it. Because remember, we had this card, you're bringing the light with your insights, with your ability to cut through the crap. You're bringing the light. What about that card? Death. You can transform, you can cut through the lies, cut through the fake narrative, cut right down to the bone, to the truth. Why is the Knight of Pentacles here, please? Temperance. Yes, this is taking a long, long time. It's taking a long time. That's why a lot of self-care is necessary. This war is excruciating. It's a stealth war, it's a mind war, it's an information war. Nothing is as it seems, everything's an illusion. We're trying to break out of the matrix. So it's taken everybody a really long time to finally kind of get what's going on. But the Knight of Pentacles is here. So I said, the scales are falling from people's eyes. Okay? You've rinsed off a lot of the false narrative. You know it's hopium. Maybe you should take a spiritual bath. When we see the star here, that's what this is kind of all about. She's bathing. I can't show her, but she's bathing in the waters, and that's what's going on the Temperance card. Spiritual baths are great. I've been doing it. I don't have a good bathtub, so I just take a spiritual shower, but that rinses off some stuff for sure. We've got the 5 of Wands with the 10 of Wands. So the 5 to the 10. Are we halfway there? We're only halfway there. Oh my God. But the 10 is the end of cycles. Dropping the burdens. So maybe we're almost there, and we're sort of in a temporary period of chaos right now, because 5s are temporary, changing, transforming. Okay, death is transformation. Are things slowly transforming, but we're coming to the end of this cycle, to the end of some cycle. Maybe that's what happens at the end of the month here. We have this full moon. All right, last card to clarify the star card. We have the Ace of Wands, new beginnings. This is such an interesting Ace of Wands card. It's coming up out of the pit there. Climbing the ladder, that's a very, Freemason symbology. Going up that ladder into the light. Bringing the light, like this card shows with the candle. Somebody's bringing the light. Somebody's bringing the truth, okay? It is coming. Yeah, there's hopium, but a lot of us are seeing the truth now. Like I said, the scales have fallen from the collective's eyes. All right, let's get a little bit inspirational here and pull a few oracle cards. See what messages we can get from some oracle cards. Let's see if we can lift the mood a little bit up out of the horribleness. What final messages does Spirit have for the collective, please? It doesn't want to give anything up. Oh, here we go. Home. All right, well, we're almost home then. Home. We're almost home then. Okay, this is a home card. This is a card of home, the 1111 card. See, that's that strong foundation. The 4, that's what the square is. So maybe we are almost home, okay? Yeah, there's hopium going on, and there's fake narratives, and there's war and stuff, but home is out here. So home is what? Under your hat? Where your heart is? Sweet home? Home run? Hometown? Homie? Home is out here. Okay, what else? Let's get a couple more cards. Oh, too many, but all right, we got transmutation. That's, look, it's kind of on top of the death card here. So, yeah, something's being transmuted, and it's probably our awareness about what's actually happening. I started out saying that, yeah, ETs are controlling things. So your awareness is transmuting. It's changing. There's an end to ending the 10 of Wands to this confusion about what's going on. It's all starting to gel. We're starting to really get the picture now. And past life is out here. We know for sure that these ETs have been here before, at other times in history. They've probably been running this planet like a big, human farm for a long time. They do come back from time to time, and they harvest off the crop. So also, some of you you identify strongly with Egypt and Egyptian things. I know I do. And I'm noticing that, like in my Apple News app, I have clicked on archaeology as an interest of mine, and I see a lot of stories coming out about new things being discovered in Egypt. That's really fascinating to me. I would so love to travel there and see some of that stuff. We've got gratitude. I talked about that. Gratitude has come out. Be thankful for what you do have, especially if you're really fortunate like I am. Even if you're poor like me and you living on less than $20,000 a year as a Social Security recipient, you know, I'm just grateful that I have a place to live, that has a shower, even though I don't have a good bathtub. You know, sometimes I go on Pinterest and I have a Pinterest board. It's called Bathroom Heaven, and I just I just click on pictures of these fabulous bathrooms with these big clawfoot tubs and stuff. And that's as close as I'm getting for now to that shit. But you know, so I'm grateful to be able to go in there and take a hot shower. Okay, because think of that girl I saw at the park today. She looked happy, but I bet she doesn't have a bathroom to bathe in. I'm grateful. I really am. Divine Feminine has come out here. Okay, well, it's coming out on top of the star card. That looks like a Divine Feminine to me. The star always looks like a Divine Feminine to me. Somebody's a star seed. And this came out on top of that. So, starseed, maybe you are going to get a new beginning. Maybe there is some hope behind all the hopium. Because your card is out here, Divine Feminine. Someone's a Divine Feminine. Someone in the collective. Well, I think there's a lot of those in my collective. I think I'm one. You know, I'm a starseed and I know it. We've also got safe travel out here. So, you know, I'm afraid to travel ever since I tried to take a road trip last summer and they tried to kill me on the road using their dew weapon that put me to sleep while I was driving over and over. I've been afraid to travel since then. I can hardly believe that anyone would do that to me, but they did. They did. And I'm still afraid to travel. But we had the card coming out that says it's safe to. So, you know, I'd love to go somewhere on a vacation, but I can't really afford to. So I don't know, I guess I'm safe to travel to the grocery store and stuff. And guess what? I'm grateful. Well, I've been prattling on and on now for 27 minutes, and plus the other segments that I'm going to edit in here. So that's probably enough. You're probably sick to your stomach just hearing all that depressing stuff that I said, and I hope I didn't make you too sad. But, you know, at some point, spiritual awakening means casting off all the illusions, even if it hurts, even if it's scary. Because how can you fight if you don't know what you're fighting against? And when you cast off those illusions and it gets more and more clear what we need to overcome. So I just spiritually burped. So let's wave the feather over that and call it a reading. And please don't forget to hit the like button and share and subscribe if you can. My channel's it's so damn shadow banned. Okay, thank you for coming. Anyone who watched this, thank you.